Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at both AJ Allmendinger and Justin Haley's Gain and Tide cars for 2023. So always take a quick look at the box. You just have the generic 75th anniversary box for both. This is the Tide box, so you can see the render review right there. And they made 504 of both cars, which is the base MOQ number. So these just barely squeaked by. Somebody must have bought up the rest of the run to get them made. Why don't we just hop right into the cars themselves? A beautiful set of cars here. Get them both in frame. This whole Tide and Gain thing has a pretty, crazy history when you really get into it. This first started back with the first year of the Bristol Dirt Race in 2021, where Tide sponsored Eric Jones in the number 43 car. They have made that diecast. I have reviewed that diecast if you want to take a look at that. It was just a Food City Tide car for the 43 car, one car. It was popular, so the next year they brought it back, still with Petty. You had, again, Eric Jones in a number 43 Food City Tide car, and then you had Ty Dillon in a number 42 Gain Food City car. They offered the diecast again, and they both DNP'd immediately. So, great. But then they did bring the production back this year, except this time they moved to colleague racing with AJ Allmendinger and Justin Haley. Again, they did offer the diecast. I was kind of worried they weren't going to get made again, but here they are. They actually did make MOQ this time. Except based on being the base number, I assume Food City or Tide and Gain or the team or somebody put a little forward to help get them made. Definitely great to see. These are fantastic cars. I said, Tide has, a rich history in NASCAR, a beloved sponsor. Those bright neon orange and yellow colors are just iconic to anyone whenever they pop back up. Even Gain has had a history in NASCAR. If you remember back in the early 2000s, there was the Busch Series Roush Gain number 9, driven by Jeff Burton. I'm sure Mark Martin or some of the other drivers raced it too, but I remember Jeff Burton specifically. That actually does exist as a Team Caliber diecast. One of these days I might buy one. I don't know. But it is just really cool to see, like I said, having the promotion of oh, you're going to get all muddy from the dirt race, so let's have the Tide and Gain to wash off all the mud. It's cool. This is the one thing I'm going to miss from the Bristol Dirt Race going away is that some of the fun stuff that happened. Like Busch Beer ran a few different mud-covered fun paint schemes. You had these. It was just fun. I think you even had Stenhouse ran an Irish Springs body wash car or shampoo car. They had fun with this, and that's cool. But sadly, it looks like it is going away for next year. They're back on the concrete. I guess the experiment ran its course. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to these diecast. First up, we'll start with AJ Allmendinger's Gain number 16. This is one of only 2 AJ Allmendinger diecasts we're getting this year. Between the win and this. They did offer his Patriotic, but that DNP'd. They offered both Patriotics and they both DNP'd. Cullig is very odd with diecast. They don't offer very many, and then it seems like half the ones they do just DNP immediately. So, I don't know. But luckily these got made. Justin Haley's also looks like maybe getting that Mountain Dew Food City car from the fall Bristol race. It was on DNP alert, but now it's been a month since that, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. Now that I said that, it'll DNP tomorrow, I'm sure. But that's it. They are just beautiful cars, both just very bright, eye-catching, colorful cars. The bright neon green with a bright orange just looks fantastic. So the Tide cars are iconic, but I think the Gain cars don't get enough credit for being also really nice-looking paint schemes. Anyways, on the hood, you have Gain. Got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, Colleague Racing in number 16. Down the side, you have Gain. You got Food City. You got Ellsworth Advisors, Hyperice, AG1, Action Industries, Barger Precast, and Colleague Companies down there. Got Leaf Filter on the C post. On the B post, you have Colleague Racing, Chevrolet, Celsius, Nutrient Ag Solutions, and Colleague Companies. AJ Allmendinger's name on the name rail right there. Got the number 16, got the NASCAR 75th anniversary logo. You see this paint scheme, there are a bunch of bubbles and stuff and some lemons and such all throughout the paint scheme. Looks fantastic. On the back, you have Smell You Later, Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 number 16. Does have these small spoilers. Got Seriously Good scent on the deck lid with 2 Gain logos on the roof. Why would you not just move that other Gain logo slightly far to the right so it's not blocked by the camera? I don't know. Anyways, this is number 375. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. There you got just a Chevy bow tie under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Deck lid, of course, doesn't open. There's your roof flaps, and there's the underside of the car. Said these are the Bristol Dirt Race, so both cars do feature the treaded dirt tires. It's nice to see. I wonder what Lionel will do with those now that the race is going away. Are they still going to use the molds for anything? Are they going to use them as like rain tires or if we have another rain race? But anyways, now let's swap over to the Tide number 31. The one that's probably going to be more popular just because of how much Tide is, has a rich history in NASCAR. Like I said, I feel like this is the kind of cars you cannot just get one of. You need to get a set, or what are you even doing? These cars are made as a set, and they need to be kept as a set. Anyways, sponsors on this one, you got Tide, got Chevrolet Camaro Z01, number 31, and Colleague Racing. Down the side, you have Tide and Food City again. Got The Workforce, got Leaf Home Water Solutions, Colleague Companies, and Leaf Home Enhancements. Leaf Filters again on the C post. And on the B post, you have Colleague Racing, Chevrolet Celsius, FOE, and Colleague Companies. This again has the 75th anniversary logo. This one looks like the number is a little smaller than it should be, but I have to go back and look at some photos. It might not be. On the back, you have 3 Tide logos, Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 and number 31. Got Leaf Home on the deck lid and 3 Tide logos on the roof. This is number 278. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. Once again, just got a Chevy bow tie under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously, no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the other side of the car if you want to see that. Once again, like I said, treaded Bristol dirt tires. It's worth pointing out that for some reason this car looks like the orange is a little off. Like, I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but like, look at the, here's a box of Tide, and you can see what the orange is supposed to look like versus what the orange actually does look like. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it seems a little light to me. I don't know. I don't know if the cars were just a lighter shade or what, but I feel like that was worth pointing out because I don't know, just like this car just stood out to me as being just a little bit too light orange. But I mean, you're not going to notice that unless you're sitting next to a box of Tide like this. So, except maybe the cars were just a lighter shade in real life. Who knows? Like I said, these are just really nice paint schemes. A great set of cars right here. It's good that Tide is, still interested in the sport and they keep coming back, even if this is just kind of through Food City. But I mean, it's like the Kroger cars. Like, even if they're just through Kroger, I'm still going to count them as the, companies interested in coming back to the sport, because why would they even do it if they weren't? When I said things like, oh, there's like the Cheez-It Kellogg's or the Cheez-It Kroger car, and there's the Reese's Kroger car, and then it's like, well, then you immediately get comments that are just like, oh, it's not like it's a real sponsorship anyways, it's just through Kroger. It's like, that doesn't matter. It still shows the companies are interested, and it's one way or not to get these classic sponsors back in NASCAR with some cool paint schemes. So who cares how they get there? Anyways, if you want these cars, they are both brand new releases. You can get them right now. I would not be surprised if these things get rare. Although, did the Eric Jones ever get rare? Somebody tell me that in the comments if that ever actually gained any value or anything. But I mean, like, these cars are just really cool. Being as popular as Tide is and everything, I definitely do think these are going to get rare down the road. Especially the fact they're probably done now that there's no more dirt race. Just have to wait and see on that one. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check it out if you want anything. I think pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of AJ Allmendinger's Gain and Justin Haley's Tide Chevys for 2023. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.